Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and having a nice day. It's been a really long time between videos and I actually did upload one last month, but there was something wrong with it and I took it down and I just didn't really like that video, to be honest, so I didn't really want to re-upload it. And I've just been in a bit of a sort of, I don't know, just a sort of creative funk when it comes to YouTube videos. I don't really know why. I think it might be because I took quite a long time off making videos between sort of towards the end of the year and then the start of the year, and I just sort of wasn't really motivated to make videos and I just couldn't come up with ideas. I couldn't get inspired and I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to make videos just for the sake of making videos. So I took a break and I sort of stepped away from it, and I am back and I'm gonna give this another go and I'm gonna try to sort of upload videos as often as I can do and for as long as you guys find them interesting and enjoyable. So on that note, if you have any kind of suggestions of what I should film or what you'd like to see on my channel, please leave a comment down below or tweet me. I'm at Wintour on Twitter and I'm always open to suggestions or ideas, so yeah, whatever you want to see, just let me know. Now today's video is going to be a haul, and it's a book haul, and this has sort of been accumulated over the last sort of 2 or 3 months, and I've been waiting to film this for you so I can talk to you guys about this a bit more, because as you know, after beauty, books are probably my greatest sort of passion and love in life, and I'm always reading a book whenever I'm at home and just sort of have a few hours or possibly an hour to spare, or if I'm on public transport I always have a book and I would rather listen to that than play a game on an iPad or something. That's just the way I've sort of always been. One of the first books that I picked up recently is this one by E. Lockhart, who wrote We Were Liars. I'll link my review of that down below, but this one is The Disreputable History of Frankie Lando Banks, and I'll read the back of it to you because I'm still not finished this book, so I don't really want to sort of summarise it for you because I'm not quite there yet. But the back of it says, Frankie Lando Banks attends one of the most privileged schools in the country. She is popular, cute and funny. Her main preoccupation is the gorgeous Matthew Livingston. But that's not all there is to Frankie. She's also smart. Then Frankie discovers Matthew has been keeping secrets from her. What will she do to get even? How far will she go? It's up to Frankie. And basically this book has, I'm sure if you've seen Gilmore Girls or Gossip Girl, you know how there's all those sort of secret underground kind of clubs among the kind of colleges and high schools and all that. Well, there's one at play in this book, and there's, I can't remember the name of it right now, but their symbol is a basset hound, and Frankie's boyfriend at the point I'm reading it, Matthew, he actually runs that sort of secret society, and these kids are, you know, they're quite popular, they're quite wealthy, knowledgeable, all the rest of it, and Frankie sort of gets in with their group, and she always kind of feels like she's not really adequate enough for them, and like they don't like her as much, or they don't sort of respect her as much. There's always, I don't know, I'm not selling it very well, but it sort of reminds you of Gossip Girl in some regards, but at other times not, and I just feel like if it's along the sort of same veins as We Were Liars, something quite dark is possibly going to happen, and I can sort of almost see Frankie getting her revenge, or even some of the late people in the Basset Hound Society group getting their revenge on her. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes, because I'm really not entirely sure what's going to happen at this point, and I'm looking forward to discovering it. A book that I picked up when I was in Wellington, at the recommendation of one of my cousins, was About a Boy by Nick Hornby. I had been reading at that time Funny Girl, which is his latest book. I'll link my review of Funny Girl down below. I'll link any of the reviews of books I mentioned down below for you. This novel is about a guy who's he basically doesn't have a lot going for him. He doesn't have a job, he is single, and he's just a bit sort of hopeless, I guess you could say. And he meets this boy, this sort of 12, 13-year-old boy, sort of by chance, and they kind of sort of bond and get to know each other, and it really sort of gets the two of them sort of bouncing off each other and kind of like learning to respect someone who's a bit more younger than you, and sort of just like wanting to make something of yourself. You realise you kind of are a role model to someone else. And there's a movie about this, and it stars Hugh Grant, and I've actually seen the movie before I read the book, which I try not to do too often, but I just couldn't wait to watch it, and it was really good, so I imagine the book's going to be brilliant as well. And a book that my mum actually bought for me last month is Wild by Cheryl Strayed. She asked me if there was any sort of books I wanted when she was away, and this was one that had been on my list again after seeing my cousin reading it. We kind of sort of bounce books off each other. It's great. Hornby wrote the screenplay for this film, so I really want to see it again. And this book is about a 26-year-old woman who loses her mum to cancer. Mum is basically her best friend, and she's just sort of got out of a nasty relationship. So basically she's at a crossroads, and she has to decide where she's kind of going to go with her life after sort of picking up the pieces. And she decides to walk 1,100 miles up the west coast of America, and this is basically the true story and charts what happens and sort of how she gets inspired and things again. I haven't read this all yet. I read a little bit of the introduction, and it sounded really good, so I'm looking forward to reading this. Another book which I picked up I actually got this on Trade Me. There's a really great seller on Trade Me who sell mostly brand new books, I think, called The Nile. I'll link them down below. And this one is The Selection, and it is by Kiera Cass. I got this on recommendation of my friend Maria from Avenue M. She's also got a blog. I'll link it down below. And these books, they're aimed at young adults, but they're about princesses who have to kind of compete in a competition it's a romance book essentially, I believe, and I don't know, it just sounds good, not cheesy, and just right up my street. I really sort of enjoy books like this. So, and last but not least, we have a book I got from Book Depository, which is Love Tonya by Tonya Burr. And if you've been living under a rock, you won't know who Tonya is. She's a very popular YouTuber with who appeals to a wide range of sort of ages from about, I don't know, 12 upwards to 20 plus, and I've been watching her videos for about 2 or 3 years now, and so I guess you could call me a Tonya fangirl. And so when I heard she was doing a book, I got really excited, and I knew I had to pre-order it because I love Tonya and I like to support other YouTubers as much as I can do. And yeah, so this is her book. I'm not going to talk too much about this right now because I have a review of this coming up on my blog in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, you can just wait to hear about it then. But if you're keen to get a hand on it yourself, you can now buy it in shops in New Zealand too. So that's all the sort of books I'm going to be talking to you about today from my book haul. I really hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and if you're not subscribed to me yet, I would really love it if you subscribed down there somewhere. It would mean a lot to me. I really enjoy seeing those numbers go up. I know that sounds sad, but it is satisfying. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to leave me any suggestions or requests of videos you would like to see. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye!